Premier. A few days ago, the province approved the WPD wind turbine project in my riding of Simcoe-Grey. This project will result in 8 500-foot wind turbines placed literally right next door to the Collingwood Regional Airport. The municipalities in my riding don't want this project, and I've said several times in this House. The people of my riding aren't in favour of it either. The municipalities have done a study that shows the turbines will hurt the local economy and future investment at the airport. Furthermore, this project endangers pilots and public safety. The towers will be the tallest structures in all of rural Ontario throughout Canada. They're as tall as the TD office tower in downtown Toronto. Mr. Speaker, given all these points, can the Premier tell us why her government is ignoring the safety of the people of Simcoe-Grey, Canada's pilots, and the local municipalities, and allowing this project to proceed?
Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you. I thank the honourable member for his question, Mr. Speaker. We've had this conversation a few times. As he knows, in this case, we took extraordinary measures to consult, maybe they don't know this, Mr. Speaker, but extending our standard six. Mr. Speaker, I can't even hear myself, never mind the opposition. We add.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We added to 6 months to the standard review over 2 years. We considered over 350 public and agency comments and looked at the economics. Exactly. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to be very clear about this. NAV Canada, not on once, not on 2 times, on 3 times, reviewed this, and they set the standards for air navigation, and they found no problem with it, Mr. Speaker. So,
thank you. The member from Prince Edward Hastings, albeit late, is warned. But there's always time for another one. Supplementary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I've heard this gibberish from the minister before. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about on this issue. NAVCAN told me a year and a half ago, the Deputy Minister of Transportation, that they didn't have any rules for this sort of situation because they didn't think any government would be stupid enough to build 8 500-foot wind turbines close to a regional hospital airport. So they don't have any rules. I hope you're aware you're the only government in Canada that took away local power to plan. You changed the Planning Act. Everybody else, when they have this situation, can say, move your towers. They can't do that in Ontario. And you've ignored everything you've heard on this issue, and you keep hiding behind NAV Canada. And NAV Canada told you, don't put the towers there. We don't have any rules to protect you. Their advice to the airport is, if it gets really bad, close the airport. If it gets bad enough, change your runways. Move your runways.
Thank you.
We're expecting tens of millions of dollars in investment.
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Let's just review this carefully. On January 5th, 2016, NAV Canada gave their first opinion, saying that the Fairview project will have minimal impact on the current or future operations of the CRA. On January 7th, Transport Canada said the same thing, and on January 14th, NAV Canada again provided their comments based on the Towns analysis that this is not interfering with their requirements. Now, Mr. Speaker, we had his party in power federally, and this is a federally regulated standard. We appealed to the federal minister to review it. She did not return my phone calls, Mr. Speaker. Maybe the minister office had the same luck. But this is within NAV Canada standards and guidelines. It is not a provincial responsibility. And finally, Mr. Speaker, it is not my decision. It is a decision of the director of a public servant. And the member suggesting I politicize it by inserting myself improperly and illegally in the decision.
Thank you. Thank you. There are no deferred votes. This House stands recessed until